I had talked to some fertility doctors. I had gone in and had lots of tests. Nothing was coming back as a problem. There was no reason I wasn't able to have a successful pregnancy. No one could find anything wrong. And so that kind of left me with more questions as to look into another route to go. And that's when I started hearing more and more about acupuncture. And I found Thumos through online research, and I called Brian direct. And we had about an hour conversation the very first day. So I felt instantly a connection with this center.
I had been trying for some time to get pregnant and wasn't successful, and so my doctor put me on some hormones and got pregnant very quickly, 2 times with the hormones, and lost both of the pregnancies. My doctor recommended that if we were going to do treatments, that I do it in conjunction with acupuncture. And I met Ganit in the hallway at my OB's office, and just remember getting the biggest hug from her, having just met her, and I felt such a connection and so cared for.
I really wanted to get pregnant. I was very thin at the time, and I wasn't even ovulating. So they said, gain a little weight and we'll take it from there. And I was in my OBGYN's office, and I looked up and there was a big poster saying acupuncture. I was like, oh, that might be good. So I called Ganit up, and it was wonderful. We hit it off instantly. Within the first month of acupuncture and herbs, I started ovulating.
Western medicine and medications and fertility drugs and things that, might also help me get pregnant would have been one way, but for me, this was a more natural approach and gave me the least amount of stress because of the environment that I was in. So it was wonderful.
With Ganit, I certainly got on some really good vitamins. I did some herbal treatments. And I did this in conjunction with some Clomid from my doctor. In my first pregnancy, actually, Ganit and Brian helped me. This is my second.
It wasn't about getting pregnant. It was about having a successful pregnancy. I started to meet with Brian and Ganit, and I learned a ton about things that I was doing that were not healthy. I really just got my body more in balance and prepped it for a successful pregnancy.
So I did IVF, and we discovered that my husband's sperm had issues, which was the reason why we weren't having. So after we did 2 IVFs and spent a fortune, and it did not work either time, Brian gave my husband some vitamins that helped the sperm. Said, take them for about 6 months, it should work. 6 months later, pregnant.
It took some lifestyle changes, and it took some diet changes, and lots and lots of acupuncture and teas, and now I have this little boy.
It was not just my husband and I going through this by ourselves. It was really the communication between Ganit and my OB. It was phenomenal. It was really helpful, and it just felt like I wasn't alone.
And then I decided that, I'm not getting any younger, and I really want to have another baby. So again, I wasn't gonna do Clomid, I wasn't gonna do any hormones, I was just gonna do acupuncture and see what happened. And my husband stayed on the vitamins, we both did the vitamins and the herbs and everything, and now we're 7 months pregnant. I know, honey.
I've had 2 beautiful girls, and the fact that I'm here now, if you told me this 5 years ago, I just wouldn't have believed it.